racism is a part of society. It gets into everything. It gets into the music industry, the sport industry, the workplace. It's everywhere.
When we discuss race and racism, we tend not to think about sports. And then the discussions around sports often neglect critical discussions around race. So I actually think the intersection between race and sports is really important. And contrary to popular opinion, sport does not automatically produce positive social outcomes. Does sport promote or challenge racism?
The event tonight was about creating a space for people to come together to talk about racism in sport and to talk about racism in our society.
Racism in my career has really been something that's probably been the sort of driving force and the catalyst behind the work that I do now. As a young player playing in South East London with Charlton Athletic, it was a very tough time. The climate then was very difficult, attitudes were different, there was no real integration then. So I've seen nine throwing, monkey chanting, verbal abuse from your own respective supporters, abuse from your own players. It's about how you use those experiences to make, real, sustainable, measurable change.
You've got a choice. This career you love, or speaking out about it. Now, I've done that before at one of my clubs and it cost me. I never played for that club again. So I know it happens. And it's very, very difficult for players to speak out.
I've had my family in the stand. When 20,000 fans are calling me, you black this, you black that. I've got my wife and my children sitting there having to put up with that for 90 minutes.
And you might say, well, racism is not serious. Isn't it? Aren't lives lost because of racism? When people look and see that you can throw a banana peel on the pitch when football players are playing, and you can make all kind of outrageous comments and get away with a fine, don't you think that encourages people to continue racist practice outside of sports?
The organisations involved in sport do try to take part in different initiatives that can help raise awareness towards the race issues that are out there. I think they could do more.
The FA did something this year, an 8-match ban against Suarez.
Yeah.
How did that send a shockwave through? Or, I mean, what impact did it actually have in terms of players?
Do you know what? Yes, it did, because it actually shows, you know what, it's being taken seriously.
Unless FIFA, UEFA, the institutions in charge, FA, actually do things like ban people from playing, play behind closed doors, stop players from playing, stop fans from watching, ban governing bodies. We're just going to keep rumbling on with the same things happening.
Quasi-judicial bodies and judicial bodies need to absolutely take cases of alleged and actual racist abuse very, very seriously. And if that means significant bans for players, then that has to happen. And if it means getting as far as a court of law, that needs to happen.
You can legislate against racism. Sure, we have a great right, civil right, human right to speak, to have a freedom of speech and expression. But we have to balance that against other freedoms, like the right not to be harassed, molested, or be treated in a racist fashion.
Tonight was absolutely fabulous. It's great to see people engaging.
The thing that always comes back to me when we do these kinds of events are, okay, it's all well and good, all of us sitting in a room talking about it, but what is going to change and where are people going to take this stuff?
I've had young people come up to me and say, Michelle, this was amazing. How can we open this up to more young people? I've really been inspired by this and it's really made me think about what I can do. And so if something that I've done has helped create some kind of spark in a young person, then I've done my job here.
I think it's very important to keep the debate going on racism in sport. And there are many reasons for it. Of course, there are still challenges. If you in the Euro 2012 has proven it, it's still necessary to deal with it.
I have to say there's been a lot of tremendous work done, certainly over the last 20 years. But I think we've got some big challenges for the 21st century.
I think we can definitely put things in place that stop certain behaviours from being permitted in that workspace. But it's very difficult to change people's ideas that have been ingrained in them for generations overnight. So something like that will always take time, but it's about getting started. Just get on with it. Like, you can never get to the finish line if you never get in the blocks.